Larry couldn't have said it any better. Spuds versus Bulldogs. Second game of the night for playoff lacrosse here in Moorhead, Minnesota at Jim Goda Stadium. Moorhead in white, Becker in blue. Team starters are meeting at the 50 to shake hands and learn some of the rules. Great night for lacrosse.
If you are just joining us now, the Spuds girls team came away victorious. 8-7 win in overtime, courtesy of Sydney Martinson. Puts them into the semifinals.
Very exciting game. It was close, back and forth in leads, and Moorhead snatched the victory in overtime.
The Spuds looking to sweep here at Jim Goda Stadium tonight.
What do you like about Becker?
Becker, they do not have a lot of depth on their team, so the people that do play, they give 110% for sure.
Becker has a total of 6 subs on their bench, whereas Moorhead has a total of
a lot
15.
More than 6. Oliver Judd.
13, correction.
That was Judd and Becker facing off.
Looks like it's going to be a under the lights lacrosse game.
Under 3 of the 4 lights.
That's correct.
Because somebody didn't pay the light bill. Mithun with the shot, bouncer, goal.
1-0 Spuds. Mithun says, I'm going to drive the bus tonight, and scores the first goal. Way to go, Cart. Chance roar in from the crowd.
The Bulldogs coming into this game with a 7-7 record and the 8 seed with a 15-5 win over 9 seed Brainerd at the play-in game. The Spuds get a first round bye, and this is their first game of the playoffs. A couple more scores from tonight. Around Section 8, STMA beat Monticello, STMA being the 2, Monticello the 7. STMA wins that by a score of 10-1. St. Cloud Crush beating Sartell. Both those teams advance to the semifinals. Spuds play, I believe, St. Cloud. The winner of this game, plays St. Cloud next Tuesday at the high seed. Mithun now with the ball. Top of the box, over to Chose. Chose looks to score. Bouncer over the net, chased by Alderson.
Alderson gets the chase, and it will remain Moorhead ball.
Alderson spinning around at X. Finds Blythe up top. Blythe.
Goal.
Easy.
2-0 Spuds against the Bulldogs.
Love the enthusiasm. We're going to try to keep this game interesting for all of our viewers.
Number 19, Carter Mithun.
Carter Mithun with the first goal. Just went over by Larry.
We will try to keep you updated on the times as much as possible. The construction workers of the new school hit a power line earlier today. Scoreboard is not working at the moment, so we have a temporary one facing away from the stands. So we have somebody on the scorer's table sending me times as often as possible.
For those who have yet to see the new school, it looks mean. Looks very modern, looks very clean. Good work, Moorhead.
Construction.
Good work, Moorhead Construction is right. Oliver Judd showing off his wheels. Takes it into Bulldog territory.
Up to Jace Blythe. Nick Ferendorf steps on the field.
Nick Ferendorf put in his 2 weeks at Subway the other day.
Probably after your Subway comment on the last Spuds TV stream. He said, I don't want any more of that. Full-time lacrosse player now.
Full-time. Jace Blythe gets the ground ball.
Blythe swim moves his defender. Finds Alderson. Alderson up to Tweeton. Tweeton, nothing there for him. Spuds working it around here. Blythe all the way down to Alderson. Alderson behind the net. Alderson guarded there by Olsen Berkman.
Looks like Alderson gets called for a crease violation, which will result in Bulldog ball, which
Harrison
will result
Kent.
in a Bulldog clear.
Harrison Kent now taking it up the field for the Bulldogs.
And now
Guarded.
we will get a look at the Bulldog offense for the first time tonight.
Robert Leaders now with the ball. Slides it over to Mateka, excuse me.
Guarded by Tweeton, forces him outside.
Hasbargen now on defense against Hartkoff. Bulldogs. Doesn't look like anybody wants to dodge.
Hasbargen was put on the clamps for a minute there.
Bulldogs working around the outside. Not a lot of urgency here by the guys in blue yet in this first quarter.
I'll give them a break. They're getting a feel for the ball. Long bus ride from Becker.
Long bus ride and a long wait. 7 p.m. start time. It is now 9:10 because of the rain delay and the girls' game. Bouncer there goes over Baumgartner, and a flag is thrown on Hasbargen.
I'm interested to see Baumgartner's performance tonight. I believe he works at Osgood Golf Course in West Fargo, and he started his shift today at 6 in the morning and worked until 2:30 p.m.
Bomber, the grounds crew for Osgood by day, Section 1, or first team section goalie by night. The guy can do it all.
Not to mention that he's a three-sport athlete.
Three-sport state participant athlete at that.
It's true.
Soccer, hockey, and lacrosse last year.
I believe he's looking for his 7th section championship.
And a crease violation on Becker. File looks for the half field pass, up to Kuntz. Kuntz beats one guy with ease.
Beautiful pass from
Tries to
Father
push the
Kuntz.
fast break to Alderson. Can't quite one-hand that. And Joel Eggerdahl comes away with it. Eggerdahl waiting for some subs here.
In the dark side of the turf,
It is a little bit darker over there. Somebody should get on that
the light pole
light fixture.
that's currently serving no light.
Usually would not be a problem in the middle of the summer, but it is 9:15 and we just started the first quarter.
It's a good thing it's not a school night. Moorhead High is out of school for summer, so these guys do not have a bedtime.
These guys are no longer student athletes, they're just athletes.
That's correct.
Robert Leaders thought about pushing it, decides to roll back, slides it over to Cabrera.
Becker trying to create something in Spud's territory.
Guarded by Colby Creer. Good can opener. He told me he was going to do it yesterday.
Creer showing that
you
hockey
go.
stick work. Little
Finds Eggerdahl on the far
ground
side.
action to propel his team into Bulldog territory.
Colby Creer also a first team all section recipient. Oliver Judd comes away with the ground ball. Father of Oliver Judd, Jonathan Judd, working the score table down there. Shout out JJ.
When
Bethune
he's
and
not
Judd.
working the score table, he's a judge. Judge Judd.
JJJ.
Triple J. Blythe with a nice stick check.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's super quiet.
Alderson.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties up here in the press box. Alderson with that last goal. And we are back. Baumgartner up to
Cooper Sorby showing some speed, cruising down the field. Gets in the hands of Alderson.
Moorhead very sloppy with the ball there on that offensive possession.
I wouldn't say sloppy, maybe just a missed pass. It could be easy on the guys a little bit. They're student athletes. They got a lot going on.
They're not students anymore. Half this roster has recently graduated from the building in the background.
Yeah, let's get a shout out to all of our Moorhead graduates. That list includes Caleb Alderson, the captain, Cooper Sorby, Gavin File, Rylan Hasbargen, Jeff Allness, Oliver Judd, Colby Creer, and Colin Baumgartner. That's quite a chunk of seniors on this squad.
The coaching staff looks a little small today. Coach Dielstra did not make it to this game, but he is probably tuning in on Spuds TV. Shout out Dielstra.
Dielstra said, I'll come back for the next one, he said.
Yeah. He was confident in his defensive unit.
Yeah, he said, I don't need to be there.
You guys don't even need me. See how that turns out for him.
I do like the Bulldogs light blue. That's a nice color.
A little easier to read than the St. Cloud Crush girls team, the black on black letters.
Yeah, that was rough.
Brighton Chose with it now, looks to push. Dumps it to Alderson. Alderson, good save there by... Do not have positions on the Bulldog roster. I was also informed that a lot of the Becker Bulldogs are not here tonight. A lot of them, apparently more than one, getting knee surgery.
That's just a common injury in lacrosse, is knee injuries, and
it is.
You hate to see it, especially for some seniors. Don't get to play the last game due to injury.
3 minutes to play in the first quarter, and a goal. That is Jace Blythe.
Joel Egerdahl.
Joel Egerdahl, sorry. Jace looked like he was celebrating.
Yeah.
I believe that makes it 4-0.
I believe so. 4-0 in favor of the Spuds. Becker looking for some light on the draw here. Midthune looking to put out that light at the 50. Coaching duo Logan Wemkin and Alex Kelly look relatively calm on their sideline.
I would also like to point out, I did see Coach Wimkin hitting the links this morning. Coach Wimkin was golfing the front nine at Moorhead Country Club. Probably shot 15 over. Either way, he's calm now, and he was calm then.
If you're a coach, you got a big game coming up. That's probably one of the best ways to calm your nerves. Is just chipping and putting. And as we talk about chipping and putting, special shout out to Joe Corton and Joey Simnich for representing the Spuds in the section and taking their talents to the state tournament. Joe Corton, the UND commit, is also up for Mr. Golf in the state of Minnesota. Shout out Moorhead Golf.
Allness getting the green light from Wimkin.
Absolute
Shoots.
laser beam. Just misses the top left corner.
I believe we've said this before. Jeff Allness, one of the more slept-on players on that Moorhead roster. He's got speed, he's got a shot, and that shows right there. Yeah,
he's got concealed carry. He doesn't shoot much, but when he does, it's like a laser. I don't think that ball even came down yet.
Judd rips one there.
Alderson with the chase. It will remain Spud's ball. Alderson showing the footwork. Gets the 5 and 5 and just couldn't get a shot off. Bulldogs hounded him.
That is Sam Stieskel in the cage for the Bulldogs. With that save on Judd, Mithun rolls back to his right, and a save there by Stieskel.
Mithun can really load that thing up as well and let it fly. He started the Spuds off with scoring today.
Good ride there by Eggerdahl. Jace Blythe. Goal.
And it's good. He scored. It hit the back of the net before he entered the crease, so it was a good goal.
Count it. Put it on the scoreboard that we can't see. Super convenient, actually, for everybody behind it. Good thing that the players and officials can see the score and the time, but nobody else. So hopefully we get that fixed if there happens to be another section game here at Jim Goda Stadium.
Scoring for Moorhead, number 15, Jace Blythe.
Local legend, Larry Knutson with the call there.
On the scoreboard, Moorhead 5 and Becker nothing.
And he finishes off with a Becker nothing and Spuds 5.
Face off there won by Robert Leaders. Becker looks to push it in their offensive zone. Scooped up, actually goose there by Hasbargen, back to File. Good play.
That was a nice, that's some developing chemistry.
Could have scooped that one up, taken a check. Instead, gets it back to the wide open File.
At the start of the year, I don't think that play would have been a thing, but, kids play along and they learn a thing or two.
Also saw Brighton at Moorhead Country Club this morning.
Man, that kid loves to golf.
Yep.
Isn't he out there like every day?
He's out there pretty much every day.
Blue push, white ball in the hands of Blythe.
And Maxwell Olsen Berkman is going to take a seat. He's going to the box for a conduct, 30-second penalty on the Bulldogs. Spuds are man up. Another brief delay on the field because we need more of that tonight. There's more of a delay. 7 o'clock game starting at 9. But we're happy to be here. Good thing that the Bulldogs did not have to make this trip for nothing.
Yeah, hopefully we get out of here by the end of the day. Do not want to stay overnight.
And that's the horn. Ending the first quarter, Spuds are up 5-0. And they will start the second quarter man up. We will be right back.
Scoring.
By all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your Boss Snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
We are back. Second quarter of play here. Spuds start with the ball. Mid-Thune with it on the near
Superfan
side.
Jesus Torres is in
In the
attendance
building.
tonight.
When is he not at Jim Goda Stadium? Let's be real. Jim Goda Stadium, the hockey rink, Matson Field. That guy's everywhere all the time.
The basketball gym.
Yep.
Moorhead Superfan. Love to see it.
Always out here supporting these boys. Judd skips to Alderson. Tries to go low to high. Good save there by Steeskel.
Great save. Steeskel getting a feel.
Fight for the ground ball there at midfield. Spuds come away with it. Jace Blythe skips to Eggerdahl. Eggerdahl buries.
What a pass by Blythe. Nice little sidearm and finds Joel right in the sweet spot. And Joel just finds the back of the net. Simple as can be.
It's one of those plays where the pass is a little bit cooler than the goal.
I believe that is
Scoring
correct.
for Moorhead. His second goal of the night.
Joel's second on the night.
Joel Eggerdahl.
Cohen Welly
The freshman.
to the faceoff X against Robert Leaders, the sophomore for the Bulldogs.
Couple young guns.
Welly with a big game against the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. The last home game at Jim Goda Stadium for the Spuds. Love to see some of these younger guys out here getting some reps,
Yeah,
getting some solid minutes.
getting a feel for the turf. Getting a feel for the lights.
Carson Kuntz scoops that one up. Finds Welly. Welly to Alderson. Alderson slows down behind the net.
Great speed by Welly by making the play and getting off the field. Fogo, if you will. Face off, get off.
Eggerdahl on the near side, down to Alderson. Alderson to Blythe. Blythe shoots.
I believe that went off the forehead of Steeskel.
Steeskel. Way to use your head, Steeskel.
Play Steeskel.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make the save, you know. Tweeten rolls off his defender, shoots. Back of the net. Was not sure if that went in the net.
That was a great little fake pass. Roll, finds opening, buries. Great play, Tweeten, to project the Spuds.
I believe
Up.
that makes it 7-0?
I believe
8-0?
so. It's one of the two.
Again, cannot see the scoreboard from up here.
Scoring for Moorhead. Number 1, Quinn Twayton. On the scoreboard, Moorhead 7 and Becker nothing.
7-0 is the official score.
As opposed to the unofficial score?
As
7.
opposed to the unofficial score, that would be 8-0. Official is 7. Becker trying to show some light and is quickly put out by the sophomore Carter Midthune.
Speaking of light, it's getting awfully dark in that far corner over there as the sun goes down, and that light is not working. Pass by Midthune over the head of Alderson, out of bounds, Bulldogs ball. Bulldogs set up in their clear.
And Bulldogs make it past the 50. And they are headed into Spuds territory.
Fast break there
All
for the
alone.
Bulldogs.
Goal.
Bouncer.
Harrison
Baumgartner.
Kent beats Bomber all alone.
Not much Baumgartner can do there.
No, he was all alone.
Sloppy defense there by the Spuds.
Becker showing some light. It's exactly what they needed to get things going.
That's one of those moments there where you need Coach Dealstra to tell them what they did wrong.
Scoring for Becker.
Yeah, that's just a moment where Moorhead wishes they had their defensive coach, John Dealstra. But apparently he had other things to do. Couldn't make a section game, Mr. Dealstra.
Got to figure out some priorities there. Instead, filling in for Dealstra is alumni Thomas Schroeder on the bench there, helping run the varsity defensive side of things. And Leaders can't quite get that ground ball. Rolls out of bounds. Oliver Judd
Looks
will
like
pick it up.
Leaders was trying to switch his face-off stick with his primary stick, and just looks like a little confused when that ball came towards him. Allness showing his speed.
Rolls back to Mithun. Over to Judd. Judd looks to go now. Down the alley, back to his right. Draws the slide, finds Blythe.
Judd just showing his playmaking ability there. Hits a little dodge and finds a quick pass.
Judd to Mithun. Mithun with his hands a little bit tied up there. That ball will end up in the construction of the new school. Alderson will find another and start on the far side. Allness swings it up to Judd. Judd shoots.
Ooh, I believe that just nicked the crossbar. Got a little bounce to it. It's all good though. Caleb Alderson is behind the X to retrieve the shot. It'll remain Moorhead ball.
Alderson spinning around.
Little spin move.
His go-to move. Little
contact to the head, if you will. Jace Blythe puts it down.
doesn't matter.
Blythe does a great job at hitting those little dipsy doodles where he brings it in and out. Little face dodges. Blythe's go-to, and it works again.
Alderson took a slash to the head. Man down face-off as did not get the number there. Could be Olsen Berkman going for the slash. Looks like that is true. Caught Alderson up in the helmet area.
I mean, we got to protect our players.
Gotta.
Anything in the head, got to get them off.
Scoring.
I mean,
Had a call.
That's just not acceptable.
Had a call like that in the girls game.
Oh, yeah.
Learned a couple things during that game. And we know for a fact that that is not legal.
Those girls are tough. They're not wearing helmets like the boys.
Yep.
Boys get nice helmets.
Helmets and elbow pads and chest pads, and
Yeah.
the girls are out there with goggles, and that's it. Face-off clamp won by Judd. And scooped up by Judd eventually.
Judd
has numbers. Finds Kuntz, the LSM. Face dodge. Doesn't even know if he has it. And he did have it. Put it on cage. Bounce off of the chest of Steeskull. And Oliver Judd was there to put it back in the net.
Nice little rebound. Good job for Judd for staying in eyes on the ball and just came right to him. And he capitalized.
Scoring for Moorhead, number 17, Oliver Judd. On the scoreboard, Moorhead 9, Becker 1.
Still a pretty hot and humid night out here. 71 degrees. A lot of rain earlier. But we're still, at least we're out here playing. Thought for a second there the game might get postponed. That is not the case. Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to watch. Jace Blythe now with it. Tweeten swings it up to Chose.
Alderson
Down
behind.
to Alderson, beats his man, draws the slide. Good stick there by the Bulldog defender.
Fandorf scoops it up. No pressure on. Looks like the Becker bus is rolling up.
The Becker bus is in the far side of the east parking lot. These buses are for the track and field team.
Oh,
From their coming back from their section meet. I do not know where that was at, but
I'm assuming we have some
hopefully the
state
Spuds brought home some hardware.
Nice little shovel goal by Joel Egerdahl to increase the lead for the Spuds. And Becker looks defeated. I mean, I can't blame him.
That goal puts the Spuds up 10, I believe. 10 to
Scoring for
nothing.
Moorhead. His hat trick goal, number 3, Joel Egerdahl.
That is 3 goals for number 3, Joel Eggerdahl.
3 for 3.
Like Mr. Knutson said, 10-0 Spuds.
And like every Moorhead school attendant and alumni says, it's a great day to be a Spud. As the boys team looks like to be taking the lead and running away with this one, and the girls coming away victorious previous. It is a great day to be a Spud.
Got some laundry on the field there. Flag comes out against, I believe, Midthune. Probably for a slash. About 6 minutes left to play in the second quarter. With the 10th goal there by Eggerdahl, the Spuds put this game into running time.
Looks like Midthune's not afraid to run his mouth a little bit. You know, a good portion of that is good for the game, you know.
Welcome to playoff lacrosse.
Keep things competitive. You like to see how the young guy.
Hasbargen. And a shot and a goal.
That was a nice goal by James Hertkoff. Very shifty, low angle shot, and beats Bomber.
That goal making the game 10-1, stops the running time. Flag is waved. Must have been a 30-second penalty on the Spuds. So we are 6-on-6. Once again, the winner of this game plays the St. Cloud Crush next Tuesday. And by the looks of that game will be at Jim Goda Stadium. Don't want to speak too soon, but the Spuds are kind of pulling away here. Carson Kuntz now with it, carrying it on the near side. Everybody wants to see a pole goal, and they will not quite yet. And Cooper Sorby will get called for a push with possession, 30-second penalty as soon as the Spuds pick up the ball. File will scoop that up there. Whistle blows, Sorby to the box. Sorby will take a seat by his father, Trevor Sorby, working the scorer's table. "30-second penalty for Sorby, and Becker will have a quick man up.
As the track and field buses unload, some of the student athletes from that squad are coming in to catch the remaining of this game. Maybe they're just doing a victory lap around the track. A couple gritties from the Moorhead track team.
And I have been corrected by the defensive coach that is not at the section game, Coach Dielstra. Running time is 12-goal lead after half. I was mistaken. I thought it was a 10-goal lead anytime. So,
where is head defensive coach John Dielstra?
I believe he's in Boston.
Oh,
not sure what he's
Boston.
for, but I know the Spuds are not playing in Boston.
Oh, that's interesting choice.
Chose now with it, looking to push this fast break. Rolls back. Spuds are still down. And Allness steps on the field as Sorby's penalty is released. Spuds are back to 6-on-6. And the LSM now on Jeff Allness. Good call there by the Bulldogs. Too much speed and power from that guy.
A lot of speed and a lot of power. When you combine them, it's very dangerous.
Alderson to Eggerdahl. Eggerdahl shoots. Saved there by Steeskull. Blythe with the rebound. And a loose hold called by Blythe. Wrapped up the Bulldog defender. So Becker will start with the ball on their own goal line. Becker looking to push here. Back to the dark side of the field. Tries to wrap one around Colin Baumgartner. Can't quite do that. Becker wins the chase.
Looks like Jace Blythe and his defender are exchanging some words. I'm sure they're just asking about how the school year went.
Probably. What they're going to have for dinner after this game, maybe something like that.
Maybe comparing grade point averages.
And Jace tries to line up that same defender right there. Instead, that would be Maxwell Olsen Berkman.
That was a great pass by Hazzy, an absolute laser right to the stick of, I believe, Ollie. Great pass, Hazzy.
Judd shoots that one wide of the net. Eggerdahl will start with it in the end zone.
You know, I want to watch this matchup of Blythe and his defender all night. They seem to be giving each other
another good save there by
great conversation.
Stieskel, excuse me. About 3 minutes to play. A little under 3 minutes, I believe. Again, we cannot see the scoreboard, so that is just my guess.
Due to construction at Moorhead High, workers accidentally cut out the power to the scoreboard.
Wonder if that was the same cord attached to the light over there. Very well could have been. Becker setting up in their offense. That is leaders with the ball now. Looks to dodge on Mithun. Forgets the ball. Mithun picks it up. Moorhead has numbers. Allness unguarded through the middle. Jace Blythe from the far side. Finds Alderson. Bouncer.
Just
wide.
Mithun also showing some speed there down the stretch. Looks like he had some very efficient strides.
Well, when the track kids come back, coaches come out to watch a little bit, you got to show some of that speed off.
You got to show off your stride. You know, if lacrosse doesn't work out, the track team coaches are lurking.
Allness beats his man with ease. Spud's having a problem here hitting the net. 2 minutes to play in the second quarter.
I think they just want to get all these lungs to full stamina capacity by making them chase that ball.
Alderson throwing a couple fakes.
Right on the doorstep,
to
too.
Blythe.
Oh.
Judd. All right, we're going to say Judd tried to pass that.
Yep, what a pass by Judd. Between the legs pass by Judd straight to Joel Eggerdahl.
Eggerdahl goes near side high. Puts the Spuds up 11-1.
That was Eggerdahl's fourth goal of the night. And that just shows how versatile of a player Judd is. What a between-the-legs pass to Joel Eggerdahl.
Very unselfish play.
Very unselfish.
Not like he was trying to shoot that between his legs. Instead, rolls it to Eggerdahl.
Beautiful roll pass by Oliver Judd. Just showing off his skill set.
Couple changes here. Eggerdahl has had too many goals, apparently. Wimkin said, you need to sit down. Nick Ferendorf back on the field for the Spuds. Now in the attack position. Welly and Leaders face off. Leaders with the win.
Looks like Eggerdahl just sprinted off the field, heading towards the restrooms. The little boys' room, if you will, to relieve some pressure.
Minute to play here in the first half.
Man, Cohen Welly, that kid shows some speed when he is changing. You know, that's the little things that coaches like to see.
Hustle on, hustle off.
Exactly.
Shot there off the post. Colin Baumgartner looks to push that one up. Finds Kuntz. Kuntz has been wanting a goal all game. And he gets one. Carson Kuntz.
Kuntz not afraid to shoot it.
Acting like he's been there before, which I believe he has, like once.
Against Shakopee. He started the game off against the Tigers with an absolute snipe.
Sabres,
Tigers, potato. Moorhead Spuds came out on top.
Scoring for Moorhead, number 8, Carson Coates.
Puts the Spuds up 12-1. First half here is almost done. Mithune and Joshua Miller now facing off. Loose push called on the Spuds. Becker ball.
Looks like it's almost a full moon tonight. Clear skies. Warm weather.
It's a great night for some lacrosse.
Can't ask for much better.
Bomber there. Great save.
Bomber with the save and a feed into the lap of Mithune to end the first half.
Done with 2 quarters here. Spuds are up 12-1. Looking to finish out this game. We will be
12-2.
12-2?
Yeah.
12-2. Excuse me. We'll be right back.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. Well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Casasa rewards.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to CASASA members last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic, serving the FM community for over 9 years. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes, offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
And we are back here for second half Moorhead Lacrosse versus the Becker Bulldogs. Just heard a pregame speech from senior captain Caleb Alderson firing up his squad, whereas the Becker squad is a little bit more quiet. Moorhead is currently driving the bus with a lead of 12-2.
The score might be 12-2, but this is playoff lacrosse. This is sections. This is what you practice for all year.
Anything can happen.
Becker's got to come out, have a hot start to the second half, and Moorhead's got to do the same thing. Make sure Becker can't come back in this game.
Each player doing their pregame rituals.
Not quite sure what we just witnessed
Looks like
Eggerdahl and Alderson doing over there.
Looks like they're taking pictures of each other with imaginary phones. That is something new. You know, kids these days can't put down their phones.
True.
Now they're pulling up imaginary ones.
All right, we're back. Second half. Welly facing off against leaders. And ball's still on the ground. Nice toe drag there. That is Olsen Berkman running away from the guys wearing all white.
Colin Welly, a freshman, he's got some speed. He's a little water bug out there, I gotta say. He just buzzes everywhere.
I feel like a water bug was a very accurate description. I never would have thought of that, but that was a good way to put it. You know, kind of.
Not the biggest guy, but he's got speed.
Kind of just buzzing on top of the water. Kind of annoying sometimes, you know, gets in your ear a little bit.
Yep, and that's a good defensive lacrosse player. Becker tries a little fake pass on Kuntz, and Kuntz, come on, Kuntz wasn't even going to fall for that in a million years.
Leaders back with the ball. Another can opener
wow.
there. Colby Career.
Colby Career. He called us up and said, hey, guys in the booth, I'm going to be can opening. You better be ready. And he does it. That's his second one of the night.
Colin Welly wanted that Gino.
Colby Career works out at Apex Fitness in Moorhead, Minnesota.
You can't be giving away too much here.
Hey,
we don't want anybody going scouting Colby's lifts.
True, asking for autographs. You know, actually, he does not work out there. You know, we don't want.
He works out in North Fargo.
Yep.
Kuntz now playing defense on. There is not a 38 on.
Kuntz absolutely babies the kid and hits him with the stare down. Kuntz is a dog. We've known this since day one.
And some words. Both guys coming to the box after that play. I bet Kuntz said, "I'm sorry for that."
Yeah, he's a very sincere guy.
That was Jordan Mateka, bodied there by Kuntz. Alderson now. Down low. Ball. Let's see. Sam Grefsheim onto the field now for the Spuds, number 16 in white.
100 IQ play by Hazy there. Just a nice little bounce back to his offense. Keeping it out of Becker's possession. Hazy trying to pull off the sock trick. And number 1 on Becker is having some fun too. As the play remains in the dark zone.
Alderson now running around the crease. That Becker defender tried the can opener. Just like Career has completed twice now today. Hasbargen and his attackman Harrison Kent exchanging some words. Looks to be fun. Wimpkin said, no, we're not having fun tonight. We're winning this lacrosse game.
That's the thing I love about Wimpkin. You know, some of the players might say, hey, he needs to loosen up a little bit. But no, you need a coach who lays down the law and absolutely wants to punish teams. He says, you know, let's slow things down. No, he does not say that. He says, let's step on the gas.
You're going to come to Jim Goda Stadium and you're going to remember it.
Yep. Spud's getting a little fancy.
He may be a 32 handicap golfer, but he's a great coach. Spuds calling off their play.
Looks like they're going to run it anyways.
If the Spuds don't score here, they're not scoring here. Ball rolled out of bounds. I know that's hard to see because there's no light over there. The ball rolls in to the black hole.
Black hole, common reference if you're a Moorhead fan. If you attend Moorhead High, it's a great place to be on a Friday night cheering on your Moorhead football team.
That was the literal black hole of darkness in that corner. The other black hole is in the opposite corner of the field. Packed section for football games.
And lacrosse games.
Not so much tonight. Late game.
Yeah.
10-goal game. Not a lot of students want to stay up, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe summer, but we still got bedtimes.
Yeah, they got to get ready for summer school.
Now leaders, guarded by Tweeten. Working around the net. Shot there. Goal.
Goal. Looks like that one took Bomber out, and he fell into the net with the ball. And that might just be a direct reflection of his 8-hour shift this morning. I mean, I think if he would have slept in, got a nice meal, he would have not been knocked over by the ball.
Could have been.
Number 7, Caden Hartkoff.
Baumgartner's shaking off that goal, both mentally and physically limping around a little bit. Looks like he took that one off the inside of the knee, maybe.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he goes to work tomorrow and rolls some greens.
We have our athletic director, Dean Haugo, walking to the far side of the field. That guy's everywhere. He was probably at the track meet. Now he's at the lacrosse game. I'm sure he was at the baseball game earlier.
A lot of late nights for Mr. Haugo.
Kuntz thinks about dodging. Probably a wise decision to not do so. Kuntz already has a goal on the night. Doesn't need to make it two. Alderson with the ball behind the net. Flips it to Eggerdal. Eggerdal to... That was sweet.
That was their play.
Yep.
That had to be their new play, and it worked like a charm.
Looks awfully familiar to a play I saw against St. Michael Albertville in the section championship last year.
I believe that's one of Lemkin's plays he's kept up his sleeve for 2 years now.
Scoring for Moorhead.
You know it better than anybody. You were part of that play. I would just watch it on the other side of the field.
It's a great working play, and it works on Becker.
And was that Allness that scored?
They're saying good job, Ollie. But I'm not sure.
Well, Allness had the goal in the section championship last year. Same play, almost exactly the same play.
Yeah.
And it was either Allness or Judd that buried now. Cohen Welly wins the clamp. Can't quite pick up the ground ball. Sorby's stick falls out of his hands.
Cohen, the water bug, showing his speed.
I like that new nickname.
Yeah. He's right back on defense. He's quick.
Just when you think you lost him, he just spawns back in. Becker now making some substitutions, looking to get some O-middies on the field. I believe the score is now 12-3, I believe.
Coach John Dielstra trying to give us some correct pointers when he is currently not at the game. Decided to miss a section game. Interesting play by defensive head coach John Dielstra.
Dielstra said that was, in fact, Allness, same play as last year. Still not quite sure what Dielstra was thinking missing this game.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, you got a defensive head coach, and you say, "I got other priorities. I'm going to go to Boston."
Maybe there's a method to his madness. You know, make the guys kind of talk through some stuff on their own today.
Yeah, build up some chemistry.
Yeah, you know, kind of a captain-led, senior-led defensive group.
He comes back and says, "Hey, you guys let 3 goals in. This is why you need me." Nick Farendorf back in the game. Keep it hot is the term used by Logan Wemkin. It's a great term. Keep the ball moving. Keep everyone dialed in.
The more you move the ball around, the more the defense has to move.
Right.
Making it a little bit harder.
Ball does move faster than most players out here,
Most.
I would imagine. If
I
not
would-
everyone.
I don't know. Holness is pretty quick, I'm not going to lie.
Holness is quick.
Maybe not quite as quick as the ball. Tweeden picks that one up, puts it in the back of the net.
Tweeden with his second.
13-3.
Extending the Spuds lead. Just beautiful weather.
Scoring for
I mean,
Moorhead.
not a single breeze. It's feeling high 60s, maybe low 70s. Beautiful weather. It's getting dark, but 3 out of the 4 lights are on, so that's all that matters.
Nothing better than some Wednesday night lights.
Some late night, Wednesday night lacrosse. Section playoff lacrosse.
And I believe that was a false start there on Burning King.
Coach
on the
Logan
near wing.
Wemken of the Moorhead Spuds showing some confusion.
Along with probably the rest of
Yeah.
the crowd at Jim Goda Stadium.
Hasbargen showing some muscle.
Leaders comes away with that ball. If you're Becker right now, what are you thinking? If you're one of those 6 guys on the bench and 2 coaches, what's going through your head over there?
I'm probably hoping that McDonald's is open, something good to eat. It's a long bus ride. Actually, maybe I hope the showers are on. Nothing worse than riding home a long bus ride stinky. And
I
sweaty.
could agree with that.
Good save by Bomber.
And Baumgartner puts the ball
in his own net.
Baumgartner with his second goal of the year. I don't want to make fun of him too much because he's down right now. Looks like he took that shot. We will wait. Trainer Nicole.
Medical staff race to the scene as well as head coach Logan Wemken.
And we will take a injury timeout.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Colin Baumgartner coming off of his goal performance, and he's going to sub with Jonas Cook, a.k.a. the Cookie Monster.
Would give Baumgartner a hard time about that one, but he looks to be in some pain.
Yeah.
Probably not what you want to see during a game like this.
Especially in playoffs. I mean, injuries are no joke. Gotta treat everything very serious.
I imagine Cook will play the rest of this game.
The Cookie Monster.
That gives Becker their 4th goal of the night. Moorhead is up 13-4.
That gap is slowly closing. Becker could show a spurt of momentum change.
Now playing goal for the Spuds, number 21, Jonas Cook.
And the officials never reported to the scorers table who scored the goal.
I believe it was Colin Baumgartner.
That is correct, but one of the Becker players needs credit. Mr. Knutson was...
Colin Baumgartner, the second of the year. Very few goalies have multiple goal season, so shout
That's
out
true.
Colin.
Baumgartner can do it all. He can score goals on either net. He can save goals, make good clear passes. What else do you need?
One of that is he's a great guy off the field, and that's what really matters.
Yeah. Great teammate, great friend.
Seeing some one-on-one action with Hasbargen.
Hasbargen and Harkoff. Becker now moving it back up top. Mateka and Judd fight for the ground ball. Oliver Judd wins that battle. Spuds have numbers. Slide comes to Judd, to Ferendorf, over to Berneking.
Berneking.
The LSM.
Top, yeah.
Berneking subbing in for Carson Kuntz at the long stick midfield position. Spud slow it down. Get some changes. Number 24, Christian Story on the field. The sophomore midfielder for the Spuds. Brighton, Chose. Back of the net. 14-4.
Brighton throughout this season has really, I've seen a change in his confidence, his swagger. He's finding the back of the net more. Showing some great player development. Excited to see what he brings throughout the rest of this postseason.
2 minutes to play. A little under 2 minutes to play in this third quarter.
Senior captain Caleb Alderson is out for the game. Looks like he's maybe flirting with the team manager. I don't know what's going on there. I think he forgot he had the game or something. But hey, when you have multiple goal performances, you can't blame him.
The team manager, Bree Holm, is Mr. Alderson's girlfriend. I feel like that needed to be clarified. Either way, we do have a lacrosse game going on. So
that is going on.
Carson Kuntz tries the behind-the-back pass there. Was it needed?
Not the same.
Not at all.
Not even close to the Oliver Judd between the legs pass. Resulted in a Joe Langerdahl goal.
That was a goal. That was sweet.
Yeah.
If Kuntz would have hit that behind the back, that would have been cool. But instead, threw it into Dilworth.
I want to give a special shout out to Kodak Photography. Also Dalton Songstead by putting together a great little highlight clip for the Moorhead Spud boys and girls squad.
And
we just saw a behind the back goal from Becker.
We were just talking about it. That is Robert Leaders. Takes a slash off the forehead from Carson Kuntz. Said, hey, doesn't matter. Goes in behind the back on Jonas Cook. That's a hard shot to face as your first shot of the game from Cook.
Yeah.
That flag is waved.
If that was the second shot on the Cookie Monster, that'd probably be a save, but first shot, no, he's still warming up.
You gotta get the goals out of the way right away. You know? Jim Goda Stadium is looking a little bit more empty than the overtime of the girls' game. With that goal, Becker now has 5. Moorhead still with a pretty dominant lead at 14. Alderson in the midfield position now. Shoots, scores. Why not? Alderson spinning around, shooting, hoping for the best. Top right.
Back of the net.
Top right would be best case scenario.
Four minutes remaining in the third quarter.
There is well under 1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
My stats analysis told me incorrectly. It was under a minute. Thank you for the correction, Matt Peters. Kuntz put on some magic, trying to get a little fancy.
Forgot the ball. and a failure to advance on the Spuds. As soon as a team gets possession of the ball, they have 20 seconds to get a touch in their offensive zone. Moorhead, in fact, did not do that in 20 seconds. Becker clears over the 30. Good hustle there by Chose. Ball comes back to leaders.
Spuds
4
defense.
Moorhead defenders in the crease. Horn goes. Quarter 3 over. Spuds are up 14-5. We have one more quarter to play. We'll be right back.
Down.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages.
And we are back at Spuds TV, brought to you by Muscatel Subaru. My apologies as we left the third quarter there. The score is 16-5. Moorhead is up, as you can probably see on your screen. Again, scoreboard's broken. Can't see the time or the score. So we are relying on some pen and paper.
To start this fourth quarter off, we have a battle at the face-off with Carter Midthun going against Robert Leaders. A sophomore-on-sophomore matchup. And Midthun gets a clean win.
Midthun wins that one easily, finds Alderson. Is that Alderson? That's not Alderson. That is
Jackson Green.
Jackson Green, brother of Jacob Green and Caden Green.
Both brothers wanted to play at North Dakota State University.
Number 7, Jackson Green.
Jackson Green getting some minutes here. Pretty sweet little fake there.
Yeah, he's good with his fakes, stick fakes.
Jackson Green, he's listed as a midfielder on the roster. He's also a sophomore, playing attack at the moment. Berneking with it, finds Midthun.
Puts it right in his lap.
Eggerdahl back in the game. Eggerdahl, Ferendorf, and Green at attack. Chose, Judd, and Ulness at the midfield spots. Chose gets off the field. Midthun on. Brighton Chose leaves a gift for Carter Midthun. Carter Midthun dodges down the right alley. Good defense there by the Bulldog midfielder. Shot just wide of the cage. Green wins the chase.
Midthun, the young kid, showing a lot of confidence by just ripping the ball. And you love seeing that in young players.
And Jackson Green, another one.
He said, hey, you're going to give me a light to show what I got. He's going to bury two.
Scoring.
Another
number 7, Jackson Green.
Very fast-paced, quick stick fakes. Finds the back of the net. Back to back. No hesitation.
On the scoreboard, Moorhead 18. And
This is a good time to show some of these coaches, you know, what you got at the varsity level. I imagine Jackson Green, a pretty dominant player on the JV side of things. 2 quick goals there for him.
You know, that'll get your name in the mix. That'll do it. A lot of pressure, section game. Touches his ball twice, finds the back of the net twice. Agardal gets the touch, moves it to Tweeten.
And those 2 goals there by Green put us into running time. I do believe the score is 18-5.
I believe Jackson Green's nickname is Green Lightning, is what I just heard from the bench. Don't know where that came from, but sounds like a cool nickname, if I think so.
I hear senior captain Caleb Alderson yelling green light at Jackson Green. Yeah, pretty sweet nickname. I can think of worse things, you know? Tweeten now wants to join Green on the score sheet. Sweet check there by the Bulldog midfielder. And the...
Oh, Cookie Monster comes up big.
Jonas Cook with a huge save.
Keeps it close.
Maxwell Olsen Berkman with an absolute step down from about 11 yards out.
Now, that was an easy shot. That was low and hard. And Cookie just tracked it. Said no. Ooh, that was a nice little move by Joshua Miller and a good rip, too. Just missed the net.
A little jump shot, fadeaway.
Yeah. If they were playing with this confidence earlier, might have been a different story.
Couple changes on defense, too. We have Brecken Kinslow now at defense. Hasbargen still down there, and Gavin Clem. Gavin Clem, part-time LSM, decides to play a little close defense tonight. Couple new faces on both sides of the ball. Always great to see.
Brecken Kinslow's father, Mr. Kinslow, art teacher at Moorhead High. Great guy, made art class very fun. That's what I hear from many students. So I had to put that in. Shout out Mr. Kinslow.
Another takeaway there by Olsen Berkman. Shoots again. Misses the cage. The Becker Bulldogs start with the ball in the end zone. Moorhead in its past couple games have been lighting it up offensively. All gas, no brakes, as some say. Scoring 20 on Grand Rapids, 12 on Sartell last week, and 18 here already. Hasbargen throws up a Hail Mary in the middle of the field. Taken there by
That's incomplete.
Becker looks to push on the other side. Shot. Wide. Stays with Becker.
You know, when Becker plays with confidence, they look like a whole different team.
They do.
Their offense looks a lot more snappy. Oh.
And we have a little celebration down there. Couple flags fly. Couple guys are going to take a seat.
I'm assuming it was some choice in words. Knowing Mr. Oliver Judd, he's not afraid to let him know what's going on, and they're going to keep talking.
Walking to the box together, though, they look like they're having.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably friendly talk. They're just comparing GPAs and post-career plans, I'd assume.
Coach Alex Kelly talking to Oliver Judd, referencing the scoreboard. Not a penalty to take in a game like this. And then also pointing to the metal bench behind the Moorhead team. Can probably figure out what that means.
This Moorhead squad of coaches have really picked up the discipline level, and I think that is what is leading this Moorhead squad to beat big-name teams and doing so well this season.
Again, Moorhead with a 13-1 record as that ball misses the pass, misses Cook, finds the back of the net. I feel like that's happened a lot in a couple games here. A couple missed passes.
Yeah, it seems like Moorhead is kind of already checked out of this one. I mean, couple errors that normally, just mental errors that wouldn't happen in a closer game, I think. And the coaches are showing their frustration with this effort in the second half.
Third goal of the quarter. Number 7, Jackson Green.
Both players that had those penalties are still in the box.
Midthun wins the draw.
I heard a 4-minute call as Midthun goes in, shoots just wide of the cage.
Jackson
Blue.
Green. Oh, wow. I thought Green had the chase, but it looks like he'll go to the Bulldogs.
Kind of want to see some more from Jackson Green down there.
Yeah, I want to see the ball in his hands. He made those goals seem look pretty easy.
Maybe we'll get a chance here. Pass goes over midfield. Failed clear there by the Bulldogs as Berneking picks it up. Berneking wants a goal. Off the post.
Stings the post.
Berneking looking for his first varsity goal.
I believe he's a freshman.
He is.
Playing big-time minutes for the Spuds because he's a big boy. I don't think we have their height and weight, but
it's probably a lot.
Yeah.
Another 2 flags come down. At this point, just kind of killing time here, as it is still running time, I believe. And that will be Grefsheim. Sam Grefsheim will take a seat. And Grefsheim gets the slash squared penalty. Not 1, but 2. So he
not
will
a
take
good
seat.
look, Mr. Grefsheim.
Some of these players, that don't get into varsity games a lot, got to play really disciplined, make the smart plays. Coaches don't want to see anything fancy. They want to see hard work and textbook lacrosse,
Yeah. But, sometimes you have to get the best of you. What can you do? Wake up tomorrow and be a little bit better. Brighton Chose is having fun out there.
It's always a good day when you're playing lacrosse,
Yeah, Brighton Chose is a very relaxed guy. Likes to spend his evenings golfing and his nights winning lacrosse games. I believe he put in a couple tonight.
Brighton had 2 or 3. Kind of lose track after a while.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Commenting the girls' big win, Sydney Martinson, a.k.a. the Silencer, putting to sleep the St. Cloud Crush earlier this evening. The 8-7 victory.
Minute 30 to play. Probably closer to a minute now. Running time still. Grefsheim will take a seat for the rest of this game in the penalty box. Spuds will play man down. Spuds are going to come out with a win here. And they will face St. Cloud.
Oh, Jackson Green.
That was Quinn Tweeton.
Quinn Tweeton.
Either way, almost went in. Spuds are going to play St. Cloud back at Jim Goda Stadium on Tuesday. Time is to be determined, depending on if the girls play same day or not. But we hope to see you right back there. Should be a better game for those of you watching.
Looks like they're trying to get number 3.
And that will be our final. I have 18-5. Could be right, could be wrong. It's also on your screen. So
at the end of the day, it's a victory for the Moorhead Spuds. It was a fun day commentating for you folks at home. I'm Andrew Searles.
I'm Matt Peters, and